Hey, I'm wondering if anybody out there can relate to this. So, are you a busy mom who is lacking community and you just don't really know where to find one? Like you're finding it hard to make friends. I felt this way when we first moved to Massachusetts when I was a new veterinarian. We had just gotten married and we were having trouble finding friends. We didn't really know anybody in the new town we lived in. We had met people through my work and we would go out with them, but it wasn't the same. You know, when you go out with work friends, you always end up talking about work, right? And my poor husband's eyes would glaze over, you know, when we were talking about surgery or a medication or a procedure that he didn't know anything about. And we really were yearning for finding like couples that we could hang out with in our own hometown, you know? So it took us a while to find friends. It wasn't as easy as it had been when we were younger. So about a year later, we bought a house and I was like, this is great. This is going to be perfect. I had this friend who I knew. When she moved into a new house, they had a block party on her street like a week later. And so she instantly like met all of her neighbors, became friends with them, and it was awesome. She loved her neighborhood. So I was like, it's going to be great when when we move to a new neighborhood, we'll find all these friends. Well, there were no block parties on our street when we moved in. And come to think of it, I don't really even remember only but one couple coming to introduce themselves to us when we first moved in. Shout out to the best neighbors of the world, Kenny and Tracy. Still live next door. So anyway, people in our neighborhood just were in different phases of life, right? So then a lot of people would tell me, when you become a mother, when your kids start to go to school, you'll meet people, right? You'll learn, you'll meet people through their school and stuff like that. So had a baby a couple years later. My first daughter was 1 week old. I swallowed her up. I took her to the hospital to this mommy and me class. And I was like, I had all these dreams of like meeting all these women and like having all these like friends to raise my kid with. And it was just awkward. Like it seemed like everybody there already knew each other. And it was awkward. And I felt lonely as a new mom. It was really frustrating. So it did take us a while, but we eventually, found friends in our area through the kids' school. Yes, a lot of them were. And we developed a tribe where we live, finally. But back when my youngest daughter was probably only about 2 years old, I was introduced to Rodan & Fields. And I fell in love with the products, so much so that I decided to start a business. And then, started a business with them. But what I gained more than the extra paycheck and the great skin and the great discount, what was even more special about joining that business was the community that I got. I became friends with women all over the world, women that I'm still friends with today, people that pick me up when I'm feeling down, people that cheer me on when, I'm winning. And it's not just women in Rodan Fields that I would consider my community, my tribe there. It spills over to other direct selling companies too, because this business is all about building relationships and helping people. And so that is a great way to build community. So if you're yearning for a sense of community and you just don't know where to find it, shoot me a message or comment below and let's have a chat. Take care. Bye-bye.